Our walk continued along the valley, the local women keeping us company. They were often amused at what we found fascinating and always gave a helping hand when needed. Most of them had a small child on their back, and one was 8 months pregnant as well as carrying her son. We met many of the local kids enjoying time off school, including this boy who caught a tasty dinner for the family. We would try rat later in our trip, and it tasted delicious.
An hour into the walk, and we suddenly needed to climb, and it was a big climb. We all found the going hard, especially Nina, who was really struggling. It wasn't normal for 67-year-olds to go this way, Maureen will find out later. The only other people we met on this trek were 4 young people who admitted to being lost.
Mostly people her age, they just do their easy way.
You're a crazy girl. Where did you come from?
From Sapa.
But where did you start?
Right at the very top of that highest mountain thing there. There. Yeah, we're pretty far away. It was a good walk though. Most of it was flat. Just this bit here is uphill. Here comes Nina after her big break. You alright, Nina? Yeah. She's alright.
The ladies helped out tremendously, but by the time we stopped for lunch at 2, we were well behind schedule with not much left in the tank. We decided to call in the cavalry at the earliest point we could and trekked off to meet them at the start of the road.
Before we got there, we walked past a house where we heard chanting. Fung asked if they minded us taking a look, and they didn't. This was a local shaman exorcising the ghost of a man who had died a few days earlier in an accident high in the mountains. It felt like we were really intruding, so we didn't stay long. It was kind of creepy.
Finally, we met our motorized cavalry. We were all pleased to see these guys, none more than Nina, and after the hard yards we had done earlier, the bike ride was exhilarating.
How was that, Maureen?
It was awesome! Awesome! It was great!
That night we were staying at a homestay in a small village that specialised in that kind of thing. The standards of each place can vary greatly, but this place was really nice. We heard from some other travellers who stayed in a place with most of the roof missing, and where the animals shared their sleeping quarters. Nothing like that here. This was really nice.
The food at the homestay was also very yummy, and everything was cooked in a wok on an open fire. We soon worked out that the women in this society do most of the work, so we thought we'd better help out. Not that we were any good compared to our hosts. The next day started bright and early with music from a nearby wedding celebration. The family of the bride invited us to join them and see a traditional wedding party from this area. The woman on the left here is the bride, working hard like all the women. The men were drinking and playing bad karaoke.
As we saw the daughter of the homestay host walk off to school, we asked Fung if it would be possible to visit her school and do an impromptu cultural exchange. We all agreed it was a good idea, and so we called in. The children were just like kids anywhere in the world, and they made us feel very welcome.
After we hijacked the class off the teacher, Mum and I sang the school song, Manawa Tapu, and then we did a really bad job of teaching them the Macarena. They loved the balloon animals Fung made, especially when we started making things they actually recognised. It was a lot of fun. Later that day we headed back to Hanoi on the overnight train, but for us, Sapa would remain one of our favourite places in Vietnam.